subject.
You're being recorded.
Okay. Gotta get what I'm paid to do.
We're paying you, Sean. Pay $10 to be here.
If this was if this was at 3 p.m., I could get paid to read.
You make it fit in.
Isn't that Medicaid for life?
I'm going to segue in some stuff that's a little more like upbeat here for you, so it's not like
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Phantom of the Music. Or anything.
Give me a big beat.
You want a beat?
No, not really.
You know, how about sort of one? Or
Like a kind of beat. The Missouri River shimmies like the roof of a tin house in the sun. When I was younger, I was full of reluctant religion, got married in a secular ceremony. After I'd painted pentagrams on empty buildings, painted slogans on empty buildings, tagged crass culture on empty buildings, thought it was time to settle down. The old men here talk shit. I dream of a woods unknowable, Marco Polo to an invisible city disappearing into the foothills. I come here to ride on a day off that never ends. It's the only place not full of the Spirit of God in this whole county. Even then, young women read gold leaf Bibles as I write this. I dream of a sin so grand I'd be relieved, in the same way I'd been sinned against. I dream of a rap song so vulgar it would make me young and absolved. Diamond chains and heroin blowing against chain link fences in St. Charles County. I'm sure someone is writing it right now. I dream of bagels, lox, caviar, and gin so good I could never drink it. The Missouri moves like a motion picture. It's cleaner than the St. Louis, Mississippi. One could almost swim in it. My brain dissolving into coffee like drops of liquid acid. So that's my ode to St. Charles County. Everybody's favorite county. This is called Emo Song. It's an ode to emo music. The spider offers a drink to the fly. My father in his hotel room with his secretary. My ex-wife undercover at El Unador holed up in a bathroom with her lover and some bunk club drugs. This poem won't betray me. Nestled in a broke-down passenger seat of a wagon that will always break down, wondering if this is a promise for better days. Lightning over the Ozark Hills. Me hitting on my friend Jellybones who just wanted friendship. A movie that played out far worse. On the one hand, running gets you high. On the other hand, weed gets you high. The anarchists who bought houses they own, they can hunker down in. Their little bunkers when the levee breaks. How I could truly try to be alone for the first time in almost a decade. Sleeping with myself, loving myself, nurturing myself, dating myself, taking myself out. The task and the terror. Castro looking into Coltrane's horn. Finding the lightning, tasking me to write about blue. The weight lost just to be gained. The Blues are on an epic win streak, the ghost of Petey Wheatstraw guiding them. The suburb sleep, a clonazepam sleep, a dancing with the stars sleep, a Pomeranian bearing teeth at a boxer, a payoff after a long year of borrowed money, cash blowing against the sleeping dogwood branch. Thank you. Another kind of like suburban influence poem. It's a little sarcastic. It's called Make America Great Again. The future is black and the past is white, woefully brutally white. A white wave, axes, whips, muskets, enslaving the past. They're what they want of our future, a future of white terror, dominance, free labor. Maybe not yet bombs, but certainly not ruling them out. A future where the fields are laid fallow, history serves the master. A sexless male art, a joyless jock drunk, a high without wings, women devoid of tattoos with no choice around their bodies. The future present longs for the days of the Colosseum, when America was Rome, and Rome was great, and the emperor fucked his children. Who wouldn't want to be great? To make some money, for their debts to be paid off? They hate Hollywood but long for the illusion. It does what they want. An art that is never hungry or weird. 3 men for every woman. When the husbands ruled, the wives behaved, and the kids were beat. They wanted the rivers dammed and the ice melted and the earth scorched. They went to the 1950s, when the FBI was their friend. They want not Hitler, but Mussolini, the smart fascism. Hip-hop without samples. Hip-hop without hooks. Hell, a genocide against hip-hop. AR-15s in every school. We'll yet make it great. Thank you, Thomas.
You're welcome.
Thomas
Too loud,
Park
too soft, it's okay?
You're a little louder, actually.
Louder, you want more? Okay.
Yeah. Because the mic's works pretty well.
How's that?
Yeah. Alright, read the old Big Jim poem. Big Jim plays Shady Grove. I would never tell Jim that washing dishes at the restaurant is nasty work. Jim who stands on roofs and welds the steel siding plates for HVAC units. Jim taking his 8-week work trip to South Dakota during the country's record cold front. The company he works for, he says, makes too much profit but will only work him 2 days a week. So he's behind on electric, behind on the gas, and behind on the mortgage. For the wood-paneled house by the Mississippi, where from the front porch you can see the river and the smelting plant smoke in silos. He's got the wife, the 5 kids, the new baby, the 2 puppies, fighting raccoons and cats from Trundle and Alice. This would be a good bit of work, he says. The heartache of necessity, though, too. Leaving the family, stranded in a rural no-man's land with the locals selling meat for twice the usual price because you're from out of town. And there's no guessing what the HVAC journeymen of South Dakota are like. He tells me of his last time traveling for work on the Arkansas-Louisiana border in Texarkana. The 2 men who got in an eye fight on the roof and were allowed to come back the next day. Him and his co-worker, standing 150 feet up on scaffolding, and the simmering 115-degree heat wave, welding a silo. And Jim looks down at the brown ponds below and says to his co-worker, "Shit, Red, I don't think those are fish down there." One of them just took a bite of something. Those are fucking alligators. He tunes his mandolin while telling me all this, telling me what I'm describing to you, and starts playing Shady Grove, really wailing away at the mandolin held in a 6'4", 300-pound welder's hands. You gotta do what you gotta, he says. The cold front should let up. South Dakota will be a little warmer in a couple weeks. Shady Grove, my darling. Big Jim. Thank you. I guess I do hip-hop with Jake, Rooster, and Crass, so I'm going to try out a little hip-hop.
Let me bring in a fresh beat for you.
Yeah,
How's
fresh
that?
beat.
Try a different...
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, City Library, wherever you are.
All right.
A sober-minded ecstasy, what we found when we bowed down to the ecstasy. Room to breathe, limited but free. Lucidly navigating anxious dreams. The harvest is in the ground, the season is here. Relinquish your fears. Lost in the ramparts, the battlements, the getting by, the paying rent, the hustle of survival, the dilapidated apartments. Won't hit the charts, but still it's sick. The sickest sickness this side of the Mississippi. Pale horse in the background of your iPhone make you scream like Home Alone. The sights we bring you from beyond the deep or beyond belief. Signed, barely free, the noble thieves. Insane downtown clowns with synth power, buzz in your ear when it's worth what you can hear. Mind killer like Ollie Manila, lost in the jungle, gangly hungry for that easy hard money. Chairman Mao of rap, bringing the guillotine back. Legend in the silver truck, lost my flux. River's edge, river's muck, aqueduct. Beast on the sick sad world mentality, media reality, birth the real one. That's a real one in your reflection. Oh my God, I'm too good to mention. If I die, I'm a legend. When you mess with me, use your discretion. Hidden babe of the hidden rhythm tribes. Infiniphonic, get wild, get live. There's a never-ending road to nowhere stuck inside my head. A million miles more to freedom, a million more and I'll be dead. And the beer inside my pocket has been raining here for days. When my halo gets serrated, there was no one I could save. and the knees inside my quaking could shake the earth this way. A city of dogs and cats, too many loosies, too many strays. And the waitress had my shirt sleeve, she didn't like my coffee frown. Buy some food or get on out of here, this ain't no coffee house. How much I gotta spend to steal some solitude in this town. And the busy man tattooed on my forearm, sing nothing generation songs. Work to get to work, this American death so long. So a guitar in my Easy Rider, blue sky, blue eye, and a woman on a wire well trained in the art of the nervous sigh. And I did whatever I could to see if I could feel, because when you're on this 2 lanes so long, your imagination is all that you find real. All that you find real. Back to the old, now I've always printed out my poems, and now I realize you can have a Google Drive app on your phone. I'm not that old, it sounds so old. But like you can have a Google Drive app on your phone and look them up on the Google Drive. So I'm pretty excited about that. Maybe kind of creepy.
Creepy stuff?
Yeah.
Alright. Give me a second here. Like real creepy?
Not like the most creepy,
Like just sort of creepy?
just like a little.
Give me 10 seconds here
That's cool.
to dig something up. I think I know just the thing.
Like moody,
Moody,
which
yeah.
is probably not surprising.
No, I got you.
Those screams.
Some stuff out of Europe, maybe.
Yeah, kind of European. The snake coming out of its burrow and shedding its skin. Once you were lost outside a small Missouri town, climbing ladders, pregnant at the local Walmart, then stealing markers for your kid's birthday. You were lost among the cedars and creeks, your boy climbing a hill, when fall just started to get cold, wearing a soft wolf mask with wolf ears. We'd sneak off into your bedroom when we'd fall asleep, make each other come. I'd spoon you, you didn't like to be held long. Some nights you'd wake up out of breath, a sudden start. I'd leave for the school before the sun had risen, before the Starbucks were even open, the Baldwin streetlights scarcely on. I dreamed a fever dream about you when I was younger, found you messing around on a date nap, both out of a crazy breakup, out of a wound so fresh no one dared stitch it back together. You materialized, sweat in the summer, tanning by the Merrimack, the Gar bubbling at your toes, kayaks drifting in the distance. I'd never known something so sweet, but the downtime, the pain was too familiar. The last time I saw you, your hair had turned pink, your son was waiting in the office. We gave each other back the coats and the sweatshirts we could have kept and had a long-ass hug. We were vessels, but our vessels soon cracked, to the point one could not pour into the other, and they were losing substance and you could not contain what mine contained and vice versa. I was told I could not pour from an empty cup. My cup became poison. One day, instead of going to the school, I left your bed, your blonde hair ruffled, your dark moon features sleeping before the Starbucks were open. I checked myself into the ER to fix the crack in my vessel, where the need had become so great it became clear you would never forgive me, and all the poetry we had lived could not save us in the long run. The snake eating its tail sheds its skin. You always said it was a shitty tattoo and wanted it removed. But I don't think you will. I think it all but consumes itself, so you should keep it there on your shoulder. This one's about my favorite TV show of all time, The X-Files.
Seinfeld.
It's not about Seinfeld. But I like your shirt.
Truth is out there.
Truth is out there, man.
Truth is out there.
The drummer from Blink-182 with face tats thinks that UFOs are like too weird of a concept for him. But anyways, this is the soliloquy of Fox Mulder. The truth is out there in every Max Finnick, schizophrenic UFO nuts with no hope but an Airstream trailer and an eye to the sky. The poetry of the abduction, the blinding spectacle, the subtle beauty of mystery. A whodunit where the stakes are humanity. I'd wander the lanes looking for a trace, a paper trail written in alien blood, shaggy monsters disappearing into the deep, graining film and a man who wanted to keep me from seeing it. Marlboro smoke curling up from an unknown office. Hope, above all, I had it. Then they crushed it. left me bewildered time and time again to be reemployed. I got what I wanted. You can watch the premiere 15 years after the fact, the second coming of the X-Files.
Wholesome and not wholesome.
Well, I like it. I don't know if it's... So yeah, they brought the X-Files.
Okay.
Driving the old road to everywhere, azure skies spilling out my eyes, alphabet irises, the yearning face of journeyers, four-wheel drive spirit, long live the American Indian movement, winter's bone on the plains, a shift in the wind, frozen steel lake, like peace through progress, positivity, and renewal. Try and use them for good, those damn computers. The anxious come up, long winter, sick out the basement, sick in public. Heal me, I am healed. Physician, heal thyself. Metaphysician, heal thyself. Words, word. Words, word, words. Where are we? We are where? We are where are we? We are where are we? Are we? We are where 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 are we? Are we? Are we? We are where are we? We are where? Somewhere. Here. How much more do you think?
Everything. Can you do about 5 more minutes?
Seems feasible.
Or 10? Whatever you think.
Big Jim gets his wisdom teeth yanked. Big Jim gets his wisdom teeth yanked at the ripe young age of 35. Spends the day in a minor opiate haze, listening to Let It Bleed. Craves leftover burrito. Settles for smoothie. It's mid-January, the blood discharging itself from the empty teeth. Teeth like the pain of the year 2017. Pain he hopes is rotting in a garbage pile of a crested oral surgeon's office, gone and soon to be forgotten. Also, thank you. Big Jim's lone satellite. The southeast Missouri sky, the addict's hunger, the gray tooth of streetlights, the dark dream, lost among the banjo, the skull and crossbones dance floor. The conductor whistles his lonely polyamorous kazoo, dreaming of a love so big, as his locomotive spins on, he could shoot a shotgun at the sky and not even hit a single solitary star. He hums to the moon that winks like a discredited politician. His heart so big it's painful. What more could it include? He thinks of the bartender, Red, pulling guns on the robbers that pulled guns on her. Red bleeding red on the shaggy carpet, the news van circling, no smash and grab salvation. He thinks of all the bad intentions on the planet, Trump's little fingers on the nuclear codes. The anarchist social war becomes a war of the heart, like a squatter's barrel fire behind a Tennessee roadhouse. He summons Tinder looking for his big love fix, swiftly puts it down for reality. Setting love on fire. It was the best of times and the worst of society. A cop car on fire, a jogger running through the communal darkness of Tower Grove at 11 p.m. The underage wine the jogger remembers consuming, lust, the abandoned cut-off jeans, the fingers twirling the zipper, the god poets and the lights of the park rangers, desire like Isaiah's trumpet at midnight, cutting the tendons of the moon, the legendary night. I swear someday this will all be legend. A drunk ecstasy. She was one breakdown away from abandoning him even at that point. The head given by the muggy banks of the Missouri River, tall grass on the asshole. The old man he's become, the grumpiness, too many years of DJ Shadow and Demons, the muscles and the Epsom salt soak. He picks up Tinder again looking for an angry fix, riding your way through a Jupiter moon of heartache and potential. The joy of the blues, the atheist shelter, forgotten youth-porn pictures, jealousy and compassion and redemption, ode to teach teenagers, a Jurassic heart swelling of worlds. A solitary satellite shoots across Big Jim's darkness. Alright, so this will be my final one. It's called St. Louis on Fire. The twang of an inner city miracle lost beneath an elm growing out of a dumpster. I'd sit by the river, sip a bit of root, let the barges drift towards the city, Rex smoking insatiable in my memory. I once heard of a fight where one man pushed another into the river. He flailed and met his end. There I'd bike along that dusty fall trail, find used needles, search for evidence, answers. Men muttering about violence, the voices of streets I could barely know or comprehend. I got lost among the woods of brick apartment buildings and corner shops selling hookah. A woods of brick buildings, lawless rule, and a landscape shagged with elms and sponsored community gardens. Nike strung across telephone poles. The city's on fire. There were infections. I watched the river move. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, Thomas. That was awesome.
Thank you. Hey, Matt,
Yeah.
can we take about 2 minutes? Is that okay? Real
Yeah,
quick? Is that
sure.
cool? I just need to step out for a second here. You guys okay if it's with a 2-minute break? Is that cool? Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm all the way through. Next, I just gotta.
Tell you might not complex. That's nice. Yeah, there's your, yeah. No, we just get roll. Yeah, I would just get roll. All right, let's do it. Go for it.
I'll just read the 11 you gave me.
Not behind.
Hi, thank you for coming. Thanks to Sean Arnold. Good stuff, good stuff. So when this project started, Thomas and I wanted to make some music and poetry together. So I sent him these poems, and then he wrote the music. So I figured I would just read the poem that I originally sent.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
I think for a poetry, it's a pretty big crowd. The first one is called Apropos Faces. I wanted to write a letter to trauma, but I was heckled by rhetoric and told to shut up. It would have included all my bitter beatdowns and breakups, all the times I'd wake up in the hospital with my arrogant backstory. It would have been sweet and sad. It would have had cobblestone and street lamps. It would have talked about the last time my mom tried to talk to me out on the old porch with autumn leaves coming down, and how I was deaf, how I didn't understand anyone, how I wanted to talk deconstruction as the old house was falling apart around us. It would have been about mercy.
Yeah.
This next one is called A Fluid Situation. It takes place on Euclid. After standing at the bus stop outside Sub-Zero where everyone was rich and high and laughing, I made it home and Chief was there, and my sister had sent him to see if my bathroom was clean. I said, Chief, let's become gangsters. Let's buy some guns and get on hard drugs and rob some people, and just accept that we'll die violently. Because I'm crippled here, Chief. I can't walk. And Chief was like, man, I've got a good gig going now, with a wife and a big house and kids. And I said, with my frozen dreams and no body, the situation is fluid now, but I can't get into it and go against God's will. And I descend into bloodless purity. Later down by the elevators, the desk clerk taps her fingers, and I can feel myself completely freaking out. And I'm a different kind of criminal, because I'm at the radius, and I cannot create one bit of destruction. And I'm out of time at this late date, so I grab my guitar and go through 3 feet of snow to Starbucks, and the lawyer and the professor are there. And they're like, what are you going to do? And I'm forcing myself to buy a bus ticket. Will anything be different anywhere else? Paternal metaphor on the Jesus strip. Red said the dude at the desk was a really big asshole, and I just sort of sipped my coffee and nodded a little bit. Then Red got so mad he shouted, you never have an opinion on anything. Nobody knows what you think. As for me, I think you're being evasive. The stunning superego has me thinking of going totally electric. The list of reasons why I'm in trouble. And I'm being emasculated by my own brain. Jaw just can't mind the mind. After I crashed into a cop car at Slough, I went back to Dogtown and grabbed a case of Bud Light for the Satori and had a few on my way to the dive bar where my dad always drank, but upon ordering a beer I threw up on the stool and made an ass out of myself. And when I got to school the next morning, they made me talk to the dean. And I was like, I now regard romance as ridiculous. even if that's a reaction formation. And now the numinous shadow has covered my transgressive impulse. This was a letter to Dr. Valentine. One time I was in the hospital and in the triage, and they're like, "We're sending you up to Dr. Valentine." But I never
Was it
did
Valentine's
meet him.
Day?
I never met Dr. Valentine, but I write about
Are
him
you
or
sure?
her quite a bit. I grabbed onto my old guitar and walked out of the Carondelet Residential Care Facility. Stopped at a bus stop structure and sat down and screamed crazily over a blues riff. And finally I was let loose, and I found my voice there, and I could hear applause coming from all over. And I was too stupid to realize that stupidity isn't stupid. So I went to the nearest bar, and the cute bartender behind the bar said, "Oh no," as I came in, and I ordered a water. He said I could play some Irish songs, but there was no interest in that. So I borrowed the phone and called BJC and shouted, "You put me in a home for the blind. I want a new case manager and a bus ticket to New York." After I hung up, I said to the bartender, "Nobody ever talks about the meter anymore. So it's true, dear Dr. Valentine. I never completed my education. I ran from you too soon. I had no way to interpret anything when the expansiveness came. It slipped me into psychosis, but I was not surprised. I got on the 97 and the lady from the jewelry store was behind me, and I turned and she was gone. And I got a curt email from Chief, and that alone sent me to the underworld. My new shrink was using such ridiculous body language.